I'm actually out in my garden. I just thought I would try something different. Maybe that could be a way to do it. I'm just moving about. My neighbours. But the one thing is, I'm actually taking the power for the power for the lamp is actually coming from the laptop. So that one last. I'll need to get an extension, won't I? I'll be able to get an extension. I might be able to do it with my phone though, mate. Aye, I mean, this is just a test. I will be deleting this. So I would come out my garden because it's a rather pleasant night out here. I might get I'm just trying to think how to do all this out here. Should have planned this earlier. It's just a nice night. It's always a nice night. It's quite cool actually. Quite cool at the moment. I'm just changing a few things. I'm out in my garden now. I'm trying to this light. I am here. I see. I'm just at my garden. I just thought I would try something different. I don't know. Try something different. Is this? Like I say, I'm actually taking the supply for the light is coming from the laptop. You know, this is just a total. Right, you can't see me. Yeah. Can you hear the time music in the background? That's a bit better. That'll draw as much. It's a bit better that way with the lights, because the wives get all sit. She likes her garden. She's brilliant at the garden as well. She likes we've all lights up and all that. The trees get lights in it and Christmas. See, I probably won't be on long, and this will drain the battery big time. Yeah, I'm all right, Mister. It's just glad to get rid of those idiots. Now, I don't want to speak too loudly. What's that moon like? It's a quarter, not even a quarter moon. Do you know what I love? I've got all the jungle noises happening as well. I'm not sure you can hear them. No, mate, because you've got to remember these games are on at 2 or 3 in the morning for me, and it's like I wasn't waiting up for that one. You know, I've got the Rangers game on Thursday. I've got the thing is, it's Champions League week, innit? I might set my alarm for the Chelsea Barcelona game, and if I get up for it, I get up for it. If I don't, I don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's aye. Yeah. Give me a wee second. I'm supplying to. I should really use my phone for that instead of using my laptop. I'll need to go and watch the Man U game. No. It's like I would See, how did I do this? The wee garden. I live a wee garden. You know, there's a porch. Because maybe do something on the porch one night. But it's pleasant. What temperature is it at? It is. What does the temperature say? Oh, come on. 26 degrees, no wind. It's lovely. 26 because I always feel no bigger off. I always feel anywhere in the world, 26 degrees is just perfect. Yeah. Is that tonight? I know you've got who is it? Is it who's it? Somebody's playing Barcelona the day after, the night before. Do you know something, Artie? Who knows? Let's see. We talked about this last night. The honest answer is we don't really know who these people are that function at that level, do we? Let's be honest. We don't. I'm trying to get rid of the light in my blinking. I can't put it up. At the end of the day, it's just about the waffle that I talk more than seeing how beautiful I am. I'm still finding my feet. I put it down low because it's going to drag electricity from the battery. That's what we're doing. The battery is no end of good. Right. Oh, not you can't see me. Maybe that's a good thing. The Rangers, I don't know. The thing is that Mr. Kavanagh has said they've got people. They've been talking to people, and the fact that he said that some people need to work notice, they've got somebody. These gentlemen don't make the same mistake twice. In fact, I'm going to put. Can you guys hear me? Okay? Can you hear and see me? Okay? Can you hear and see me? Okay? Aye. Yeah, so there we go. Let's see, I'm still finding my feet with all this. Yes, you can hear me. Are you one of them? I take it a Celtic fan or something. Are you a Celtic fan, mate, or a non-Rangers fan? Just you. You know what? I'll just get rid of you. Ping, ping, ping. That's all it's been all day. Ping, 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 ping. It's great, man. No, I'll get rid of that. I don't think it's time. Aye. You can see the battery going down already. I'll get an extension tomorrow. But aye. Your wife's got a wee. She does all that stuff's from solar. Obviously here. I know, and the thing is, Davy Beer's. You've got to remember, Davy Beer liked selling stories to the Daily Record the last time he was here, but we'll forget about that. Would he leave Strasbourg right away to come to Rangers? That's the thing, But who knows? Who knows? Yeah. I wonder if I can do this from my phone and it'll be better. It doesn't matter. I'm here now, but this is nice in the garden doing this. Like, you might be able to hear Thai music in the background. They like doing that, and the music in the garden, and it's lovely. It's lovely. It's really nice. It's a nice wee street to live in. It's a cul-de-sac, but it's such a nice feeling today, knowing that they're away. And like I said last night, there's no rush. Even if we don't get a sport director in time for the transfer window, that doesn't matter. Because number one, Danny Rollo know who players is, and we've got scouts. There's freelance scouts out there. There's agents who'll be sending Rangers profiles of players, and there's obviously that thing that the football clubs have got access to. It's a database for players. So yeah. Right, that's fair. No, as long as that's fine. I don't want the other lot on. If you know what I mean. That's fine. Aye, that's fine. You're pleasant enough. Because we've there loads of good comments from plans. There's a Hearts fan comes on quite as well. He's quite he's a likable chap, And sometimes when you hear stuff from other fans that they don't like to hear, but yeah, but no, Maxie, that's all right. I'm all right with you. That's all right. I'm fine with that. But it makes the thing is, it makes all the difference in your day. Then, all right, today wasn't the best day I had just because I couldn't be too far from my toilet, and I think we'll just leave it at that. We'll see. We'll see. There is, I mean, but you know yourself, Artie. Sometimes teams, every team has a dip during the season. Maybe this, excuse me, maybe this is their dip, but we don't know. Yep, Georgie boy. People said that on the page last night as well. Yeah, maybe, yeah. And he's German. It's nearly a German. It is a German name, but it could still be Scandinavian. But yeah. Anyway, the thing I know a lot of people talk about Souness. You've got to remember, Souness is an old man, and he's my hero. He's my all-time Rangers great. He's in his 70s. At the same time, anyone at Rangers, from the manager to the chairman, can lift the phone to Graham Souness at 3 o'clock in the morning his time, and he will answer it. And he lives down in Dorset, Pool. Yeah, so yeah. All right, good from Souness also. But Souness, if Souness isn't going to be wanting to be involved in the day-to-day running, but yeah. Ali, do you know something? And I mean this with my respect, I don't care. The one thing I will say is we all slagged them off when they went for Ange. So it's one spit in time. So I'm not going to say too much about this guy. You know, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Oh, definitely, man, definitely. And he's not making that mistake twice because he's been pretty embarrassed. I've not taken it, Stacey. I just stopped eating crap. Listen, Stacey, you know yourself. There's no secret to losing weight. Stop eating crap. I mean, there's no soft. The kid's got soft drinks and a water thing. All our drinks, you see me drinking out. Have I got it here? No. I just drink water all day. Put limes in it, and I've also put wee packets of what's it called, the salt stuff in, the hydrating stuff in. Yeah. I think somebody said he isn't. If I should have did that. See, as like Dan says, he's 72 years old, and he bleeds Rangers. All right, Steve. Oh, good. I just thought I would take a wee. Start do something different. Come out in the garden. See, it's 26 degrees. It's lovely. There's a tiny breeze. It just helps. Yeah, I'll need to go and get a long thing. Gattuso. The thing is, though, man, Gattuso's he's the manager of the Italian team. He's not leaving to come to Rangers to be a number two. The problem is, Maxie, I want players, I want people that have come in and have actually done the job, that actual job. I know Alberts is Alberts, but is he actually getting any experience in coaching? Coaching and that side, you know, the scouting and all that, you know. But you know, hello, Andrew. Hello, Andrew. Oh, is that a set of decks you've set up there? I can't see in a picture. But I love my wee garden. The tree. There's. Aye. The wee house. My wife's in TikToking away. Electrolytes. That's it. Aye. I'm all well sitting there. Yeah, electrolytes. Like, when I get up in the morning, shower, factor 50 on is my sunscreen, and the litre of water, 2 sachets of electrolytes in, the limes in it. But the thing is, what people, Chris, you maybe know this, electrolytes are dodgy as well. If you put too many in, it can do you damage. So I just put two in the morning. It's not mega hot here at the moment. It's not, so I'm not sweating, man. You know what? It's all day off. We lost a dog to a snake. A snake bit one of our dogs. The dog's name was Lucky as well and killed it. Yeah, I'll tell you a story. I was in Pattaya, and I was coming back through. If you know Pattaya, I was coming through to Highway 36 on through Siam Country Club. Very posh area, very posh, you know, Lambos and all that there. And I turned the corner. I probably was going a wee bit too fast, and there was a boa constrictor, 12 feet long, huge stuff you see on a Discovery, you know, David Attenborough. I came around the corner and I couldn't stop in time. I did swerve a bit and went over the back end of its tail, and I was devastated. So I stopped, I went out. There wasn't even a mark on it, and the animal just kept going, you know. But no, you do see them. You see the big monitor lizards. You do see. I mean, it's not endemic. I mean, you're not. I'm not looking over. I'm not looking over my shoulder, but I mean, I can hear. You might not be able to pick them up right now, but I can hear the jungle noises. Aye. But see, at the same time, George, go and look at a kid playing football. You know, send a couple of scouts and go and watch him playing a Tuesday night when it's raining, then a Saturday when it's sunny. You know, Daniel, no, Daniel lives down in Wongamat, down in Pattaya. Daniel, you know what I mean. You know that, when you go up to Siam Country Club, going to Highway 36 to come down here, there's a big long sort of bend. I was going around there, and I was speeding, and I went over that big snake's tail. I was gutted, but it just kept on going. It never even left a dent in it. But it's the one and only time I've seen something that size. The thing is, yourself, Daniel, when you see the big long, the monitor lizards and that, if they see a human, they're offski. They're scared of us. It's not. I mean, I wouldn't follow it into the bush. Because you don't know if it's got babies or that, and it might give you a tag. But yeah, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen my. I've got another channel, loads of monkeys on it. Because where I used to live, there was like 2,000 wild long-tailed macaques. I used to go around and feed them every day and all that, And the good thing about them, they weren't jumpers. Actually, they weren't jumping all over you trying to. I would take peanuts, but I would hold the peanuts at my chest, so as they wouldn't try and grab them. But yeah, the monkeys were cool, man. They were my wee pals. But yeah, it's a nice. We've got a nice wee. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, I put a GoFundMe up now. What am I doing? I put a GoFundMe up for Lorraine. Lorraine that comments a lot. I get a lot of stuff in my DMs asking me to post this, to post that, but it's my page. I don't want it filled with other stuff. I will put the odd GoFundMe up and all that. And I've had some. I'm not going to tell that story because it's not right. The guy might still win the page, but there was one guy asked me for a GoFundMe, and it was quite alarming what it was for, and it unsettled me for a few days. But yeah. Did you? Hang on a minute. I need to go to YouTube and find it. Give me a second. Go to YouTube. Your channel. Monkeys, right? Give me a second. Oh, there we are. I found it right away. Right. I'm here. Here it is. This is it here. You can hear that noise. What it is, my wife now uses that channel because my own channel, the Franky Jazz, I use the premium. I pay for it. It's the best subscription going, by the way. You've got to remember, Johnny McFarlane's a Celtic fan. People forget about that. So I believe. Or maybe he isn't. I maybe shouldn't have said that, actually. I'm live. It's too late now. But the thing is, George, I don't know who he is. I actually don't know who he is. Yeah, they're amazing to see, though, aren't they? They're amazing to see. Yeah, the people. There's Mr. Elbrahimi. How you doing, sir? I'll put that. Okay, I'm just posting this on my. I just feel my cat's my cat is seeing it. Hopefully it'll correct me. Spell check. Give me a wee second here. I'm posting a link to my monkeys. I'm just putting the hashtags in, monkeys. Okay. So I've just posted a link onto the page for a link to my other YouTube with the monkeys and all that. I know the monkeys are ace, man. It's got a picture. It's actually the wife with the where I'm who can post. So yeah, so it's up. That's me posted it in the main page with the monkeys like. So there we go. Right, sorry. Here we go. What's he saying? Right. I don't know, mate. I pay very little attention to them. I think Danny Rowe had a huge say in it. There's some people say didn't. I think that Danny Rowe, apparently did the traffic light thing, and he says I can't work with these players. This is why I came live and I forgot about this. Somebody had a fantastic post. Do you think the reason that Lyle Cameron, young Finn Curtis, and all that weren't playing is because he wants to keep that Danny was playing the players that we thought he should be playing to show how crap they were, and maybe that's a dangerous game to play, because he's messing with their points. But I thought, I wonder if there's something to that. A happy year to you, sir, as well, mate. I'm doing good. I'm just sitting in my wee garden talking to you a lot, which is nice. I think Danny Rowe will have the final say on who signs or not. He will say to the scout and the sporting director, listen, we need a left back, right back, this position, away and find them. Then he'll be presented with like 3 players, and he'll look at them, even if he has to fly. I think the days of the manager going to watch players is gone, because there's that much to do. But you never know. And also they've got the video. They've got YouTube. There's other ways for them to watch these players. But I think Danny Rowe will now have said, listen, this is my football team. I pick the players. I pick who we sign. I'm pretty sure that's happening, And so it should be, I think. The sporting director thing is never, ever going away. And whatever the people below the sporting director is, I'm never quite sure who's what. But, yeah. Anyway, the owner pulled the trigger. Remember, the actual son for the owners, the family that own the 49ers, what the name? Hang on a minute. Yeah, the 49ers owner, Jed York. Jed York, he's his son. The York family own 90% of the 49ers. The main owner of the San Francisco Niner is Jed York. He's also the CEO. And he's in Glasgow now. He was at Ibrox on Saturday, as we saw. So there we go. So I don't think it's any coincidence that he's here to say, right, get rid of him. And I tell you what, he'll be the same as the CEO. He'll be the same as Mr. Canova. He'll be saying that, listen, no. And I tell you what, I think Kavanagh, Danny Rowe, and all the powers that be think we can win this league, because I think there's a Hollywood movie unfolding in front of us. But this 14 years of crap, 4 trophies, whatever it's 3 trophies, 1 league that was an important one. But we've been taken over by the 8th richest people in sports. We brought a manager and those 2 useless so-and-sos in. Didn't go well. We're sitting 3rd in the league. We were almost bottom of the league at one point. Imagine we won the league, man. Wow. Listen, and I know for any of the Fraggles that are watching, the chances of us winning it are not good. But it can happen. It can definitely happen. Afternoon, Scotty. Yeah, I know. I mean, I think there'll always will be a certain degree of why didn't we do it earlier. But I think these guys are methodical, and they'll have wanted to get the right people in the place to come in So obviously, the two things. They're happy. They brought Danny in, and they're happy with Danny, as they said. So that gave them the opportunity to kickstart the recruitment of the new CEO and new sporting director. They probably had that people, the guys like this will have known already who to look at. So we'll see there. Yeah, I know. Aye. Next time I'm in party. Oh, when am I in party? I'm in party in a couple of days. Everyone knows what Thailand's like for the snide stuff. So I'll need to go and get myself a fake 49ers cap or shirt or something like that, Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, you never know. Look at the Wolves manager. The Wolves manager, who was he at? Crap, who was he at? He was at Sunday, then he left because Wolves came in for him. I can't remember. Who was it for? Who was he at? Middlesbrough. So David Weir might come, and we saw, we'll see. It's interesting, but absolutely, George, as you know well yourself, sir, just go win our own games and let everyone else deal with their own things. Because if we win our own games, we actually win. If we win our games, we win the league. The good thing is the other two teams are very, very, very capable of losing games as well. Let's be honest, we're going to lose games as well. We're going to lose games as well. To do what? Barry Ferguson's not coming in as manager or anything other than he's not. Would he? I don't know. Would he go as a scouting guy? I don't know. Possibly, but I think he's. We don't know. I think the honest answer is we don't know because this came out of nowhere. My WhatsApp went mental. Then an hour later, it all happened. Yeah, I think so. And Alan, yourself, matey. It's very hard to get people at Christmas, at New Year, in the January signing, shall we say. And I think that some of us need to calm down in that one. We might not get with, but what we will do, the Rangers tax will be paid. Because Calvin, there's no way. Calvin has said we'll be getting players in January. There's no way we're not. Yeah, Barry's an ambassador. It's Barry's an ambassador, and he does his podcast stuff. Aye. But I'm looking forward to the game. And like I say last night, the atmosphere around Rangers will be changed. You'll notice if you go into, excuse me, Thursday night, you go into Oswald's or the Loudon and all the Paisley Road West pubs, the atmosphere will have changed, because the conversation won't be doom and gloom about Kavanagh, not Kavanagh, I beg your pardon, about Thelwell, about who's coming in next, and that's a positive thing. That brings you up. Mate, I'm just right. I can't say this without sounding nasty. They're the 8th richest football franchise, sporting franchise in the world. Where do we go from there? You know what I mean? And they don't. I've worked for Americans for 30 years in the offshore game. They don't like making mistakes. I'm just putting the cat eye right. That's what they put the battery on. I'm on energy saver. I know. I hope so, Gary. But the one thing is, imagine if we lose our draw on Saturday against Falkirk, it's all back to square one. It's yeah, exactly. And he said the only time he would. I don't think it. Did he? Oh, there we go. That's nice to know. Okay. Yeah, he's not really a sporting director. That's a very specific role. You know what I mean? Barry's. I don't want to. I don't. Barry probably the first to tell you he's not exactly. No, no. I tend to agree with that. He's not coming in as sporting director. No. What did you say, Stace? I forgot about that. I've missed it. There's more people on than I thought there would be. Oh, there's a wee draft coming in. That's nice. I can actually go and put my sweater on my Rangers top on it. What did you say? What did you right, Stacey again? Yeah, it'd be nice. You know, it would be nice. 3-0 solid, you know. Like we've said, Danny Rose done what he said he was going to do. He's come in and won football matches. You know, it's not been the most attractive football, but we've won. You know, but you could argue that there's a. Right, is that better? I'm still. Right, see, there's two different. Oh, there's a dark one. Yeah. Wait, hang on. I mean, you don't particularly need to see me, do you? Aye. I know that'll be better. Stacey's my technical assistant, but I need to go in the house and get that stand, and I should have brought it out with me. But yeah, I'm not standing there like a twat with that above my head. But aye, this is actually quite nice out in the garden. The one thing is that it rains all of a sudden. I've got to make a run for it. Yeah. But we are, you know, I'm wanting to go back to Ryan. The thing is, no, this is our house. This is Rangers. This is our house. Nobody comes here and wins. Oh, they won't. The thing is, you've got to remember, for the 49ers to sell us so quickly, that's embarrassing for them as a business. It's still puzzling why they came in to buy us. Let's be honest. We're all, why did you come here? But I tell you what, they're passionate about it. You know. It's 26 degrees right now. Right, let me do the humidity. Hang on. Here it's going. It's going on Tapong, Rayong. 26 degrees, partly cloudy, feels at 25. The skies were mostly clear. The low will be 22. Humidity 76. Wind 14 kilometers, which is about 9 miles an hour. Lovely. I mean, I can see the moon. It's a clear sky tonight. So nice. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, and just being able to sit outside. Yeah, I live in Thailand, mate. Yeah, I live in Thailand. I've lived here a long time. Yeah, and the thing is, with Calvin has been here for about 3 weeks. It looks like, you know, and because he was here for the semi-final, and I think he's still here. He might have jumped backwards and forwards because you've got to remember these guys are private jet stuff. I mean, they would fly to the States for a freer meeting and fly back, even though they can do it on this. But yeah, David, it doesn't actually feel hot. You know, it's quite pleasant. It says 26, yeah. Yeah, and we don't need to rush into it, as Mr. Kavanagh said. Even though I think they probably will know, but people would need to work notice. And I think I know in oil and gas, I don't know what the rules are in football. You can't be the CEO of a company and go straight to another one. You've got sometimes it has to be a year, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on contracts and stuff like that, but. Like people have mentioned the money about Rangers will have to pay for this guy, that guy. Okay, we'll pay it. you know what I mean? But yeah, see, I love the wee garden, man. My wife's got the string up, the light bulbs up for us, and I'm under our tree, our mango tree. It's a mango tree. Yeah. I know that's the thing with the 7 hour time difference, mate. I know it is a bit of a pain in the neck. Yeah, I know. I just came on because I thought, go and try this in the garden. So I will. I need the light thing. You know, this thing, it's actually running off of the laptop. So I've actually not got an have I got an extension? I need to go to the shop in the morning and get an extension for it here. But hi, I know. I will have he'll have his permit, his work visa, but yeah. No, it's not full moon. It's not even a quarter. How do you know I didn't have a pee? Yeah, and he played for us as well. He played football for us in Nellinger in 91, 92, something like that. Yep, I've seen that kicking about. I hate Dortmund because of the Celtic connection, but let's be honest, it's Dortmund. They are a powerhouse. They are a powerhouse in football, and look at the players they've turned out. And Dortmund are. And they did the whole way. I don't know get into the politics of Dortmund, but yeah, they're not a team I particularly like. But that doesn't matter. And who's the champ? Right, Champions League. Who is it? I'll get about 50 messages. Who's the Champions League? Let's have a look. The thing is, the games are actually tomorrow for me. Today, Wednesday. Motherwell Hibs. Champions League 8. I'll ping them all, get them all set. Who's the big ones tonight? Chelsea, Barcelona. There we go. Man City, Leverkusen. Oh, they're all at 3 o'clock in the morning. Ajax Benfica is at midnight 45. Gala Union Gillozy is 0045. City Leverkusen 3 in the morning. Marseille Newcastle United 3 in the morning. Some good football matches. Aye. Yeah, next day it's Arsenal. The Rangers. The Rangers game for me is actually 3 o'clock Friday morning. It's not a complaint. I don't mind it. And like I say, yeah, I think David Weir might be. But then again, money talks. He might. Rangers might pay it. Aye, yeah, and I don't nappy on. Aye. Absolutely, he did. Oh, absolutely, he did. He did. And there's a few people said, "Oh no, Danny Rowe wouldn't have." That's okay then, right? But let's take that as face value. If Danny Rowe said, "No, I quite like these guys. I want them to stay," they would have stayed. And there's people have said that there's Danny Rowe saw the lineup of players that we're going to look at, and he's like, "I get that to F," and yeah, there we go. The thing about Danny Rowe is now, I think the actual remit for the job of sporting director will have changed. It will still be the same up until the signings. Danny will have no signings forced on him. He'll have no. Yeah, he was great. One team mags, he was great. He was great. It was great. Yeah, it was. He's professional, and he speaks extremely well. It's proper. I mean, there's CEOs and there's CEOs at that level. I mean, he because these guys, I believe, he knows Bill Gates. He would have known Steve Jobs. He'll know Tim Cook. He'll know the CEO of Pepsi and all that. They'll all. Because I think a lot of these people are also on a lot of boards of each other's non-advisory, and I think a lot of them are on they all know each other because a lot of them are in charities and stuff like that. Because again, the example I use is Dave King. He was on 43. He either owned 43 businesses or was involved. Gary, I think there's absolutely no doubt that in 10 years' time we won't recognise Ibrox apart from the main stand facade. I just hope they put a roof on it. Because when you think about Ibrox, the 3 new stands, as I call them, the Copeland, Broomy, and the Governor, Sandy Jardin, as I should call it, they're all in a mound, remember? Because you think when you walk into Ibrox and those 3 stands, you're up and below the top tier. We can there's a lot of space around Ibrox, and we might have to play at Hampden for a couple of years. So be it, because Americans like their stadiums. You look at the stadiums in the States, man, they're amazing. I know. We'll see. Look, I think when Kavanagh said nobody else is leaving at the moment, I think that was him just saying when the new guy comes in, he'll do an assessment. No, get rid of him, because I believe that whoever comes in, he'll bring his own staff as well. I mean, it's similar to the manager. It's I'm just looking at the. Aye. Please. Oh, yeah, I forgot to put the ticker up, didn't I? I would love you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm at 1,300 right now, and I've been doing a lot of courses today on YouTube. Not courses, just learning how to do stuff and all that. Yeah, I think that what Danny Ladd here's saying is bang on the money. He wouldn't have been shy. Germans aren't shy about coming forward, as we know. Um, but yeah. And Mr. Canova backed him. Mr. Canova has saw what Danny's done on the pitch and went, "You're my man." You know, you want rid of those two, they're gone. You know, because it did come out of nowhere. You know, and I said last night, I've wondered, where's me Stacey when I need her to help me with the light? How did I do this? See, I don't like the finger in my eyes like that. Look like flipping. But I think that what am I trying to say? The interview that Thelwell did, you know, when Mr. Canova did his first interview when this was all going wrong, he put his hands up and said, "I got it wrong. It won't happen again." He accepted responsibility. I wonder if he let Thelwell do that interview to see how he would react to. Excuse me. He would react to what he would say to us, the fans, and he never took any accountability. Because I think all of us would have said, if he had taken a bit of accountability, you'd have been like that, right? Okay, still not very good, but fair enough. Okay, here's your second chance, get it right. But there we go. Where are we? Yeah, it is. Alan, that's a brilliant statement. I think now, I'm not saying we can relax, but I think the team, well, it depends who we bring in, but we are not getting this wrong a second time. You know, I mean, whoever we bring in will be strong at their job. You know, yeah, it should have been done in the summer, probably, but it isn't. We are where we are. Yeah. Dan Ashford, I've heard his name before. We'll see. I know, yeah, get it up. I mean, listen, they probably wanted to resign. I'm pretty sure their families wanted them to resign because, you know, listen, let's be honest, it wasn't nice seeing for his family. Thel would get to. It's not. I mean, I thought it was great, but it's not what his family want to hear. But we're Birmingham, not we're a private company now. So I think Birmingham at that time were public. Actually, I'm talking crap. I have no idea, but possibly. And as much as mosquitoes don't bite me, one's just taking a chunk out of my fruit. There we go. Some bugs taken. Something's bit me. There we go. Yes, I'm sorry to hear that. That's sad. That's sad. Yeah. No, and I think, like I said, these guys don't rush into decisions. He'll have talked to the actual 49ers family, the family. He'll have talked to the other board because you've got to remember we've got a lot of board members. There's a guy from Dubai as well who's the Rangers man. You know, I mean, and they don't go quick. Let's get rid of him now. It's right. We're going to get rid of him. Who do we bring in? How do we train strategy? And they'll have said, right, let's see how Danny's doing. Danny's doing well, right? Let's pull the trigger. You know. The thing is, right, okay. You've got to remember, Stage. Oh, I've not got a lot of room here. I'm in a picnic table sort of thing. Okay, it's all right then now, because at the end of the day, it's just my chat, and this is just a practice. The next time I do it from the garden, I'll bring out that other stanchion I've got for it to put up high anyway. You know, I wonder if I could do it from my phone. This and anyway, it doesn't matter. I can put. Look, see. I've got this. There's a my tripod's over there that I use for when I go out onto the beach and all that. This is just a laptop sitting on the table. You know what I mean? It's not. Let's say, is that the rain? The thing is, it can hammer down instantly without you even getting any warning. But not. But we're all right at the news station. You know, if I do that, that's it gone. You know what I mean? It's just. See, I just can't read it. I just. Aye. But I said, Stacey, see setting up these bloody Windows laptops. Stacey, what happened with your meeting yesterday? Did you have to go right back and read the minutes? I'm just having a look at the page at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. See, I'm here. I'm here. Share to a group. I'll stick it in. I'll stick it into the private group that we've got for subscribers. I still find it amazing that people subscribe to the page. It's quite humbling. Oh, I think I'm at about 800. What am I at? That how many followers have I got? See, I've got 51,666. Ibrox holds 51,817. See, when I get to that number, man, that's just blow my mind, man. Aye. There's our Nori. How's it going, Nori? Nori was the man that was called it to a T yesterday with the sackings. It is 2019 here. 2019 here, 20 past 8. This is lovely. I love this actually. I'm going to do more outside. See, I've got the ports there, but I've not got I'll need to get myself a wee. What's in the house that I can use? Tomorrow I'm going to get a long extension and sort this out because it's quite nice. It's just quite good from the garden. You quite like this, you know. Oh, listen, Ron, I think we need a centre half, and that centre half for me is obvious. It's Gogic. But here's the thing, though. See if some of the players would just step up. There is good football players here, but we need somebody to put the ball in the net. I have got confidence in Miozvich. You know what I mean? I've got confidence in him. You know, I do feel a big sorry for the big striker, Sharmiti. Aye, that's I just say this is still bugging me. I've got OCD about this light at the moment, but yeah. Excuse me. Minutes is minutes is minutes is minutes, Alan, as you say. Yeah, yeah. I know. See, that's what like my best mate Brian. He doesn't comment much. You might be watching this. He's a couple. He makes. That's why you'll see me with so different pairs of glasses. What he does, he's not the optician, but he gets glass. Opticians send him the prescriptions, and he makes them. Not Specsavers or that. It's obviously private ones. So, and his couple of his lads in his office, his workshop that make glasses with him. Brian's the boss. They watch the page and they say something that people like is when I do my morning chats for you. He's doing it in different places. It's always interesting. I've got a belt for Christmas Day, but I won't say that until I do it. Yeah. And Andrew also he scored during the week for his international team. You know, honestly, Stacey, this is annoying me. Go on. Where's the thing? I can only do two right now. I've done something wrong. Hang on, I'll send you a Stacey with Stacey. Oh wait a minute. Crap. Oh, what's your second name, Stacey? Stacey, are you on my friends list? Send me a message. Oh crap. What have I done? Right. I'm sending this to Tam. Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's about match fitness, not one of that. They are. Yeah, they are. How did I do this? I know. That's that. I'm trying to remember how to do this. I'm here. I'm farting about a second here. It's just no. I'm not the 76 comments. Oh, you fud. Hang on a minute. That's the wrong. What have I done here? Hang on. Yeah, copy. Right. You can go away. Right. Microsoft. How did I do this? Right, Stacey. There's a link, Stacey. Aye. Honestly, man, I'm a dummy. Who's that? Gogic? Oh, right. Thingy. Right. Yeah. The thing is, we've won all 4 games since Dan Rowe came in, but we've got out of jail a wee bit as well, especially the weekend. There is a loss in us, as there is the other teams, But let's just get it going for Saturday, man. Get a win on Saturday. Let's say the atmosphere will be good at Ibrox. It'll be. When I say the atmosphere will be good at Ibrox, it's not like a Thursday night European game when we've got to win to get to the semi-final of the Europa League. It'll just be a better atmosphere because there's a cloud away. There's a dark cloud's been shifted above us, and it's those Thelwell and Stewart. Yeah, here's the thing, Alan. Though I would be quite happy if Danny Rowe knows somebody at Bayern Munich, you know what I mean, or in Germany at one of the high teams that could come in and make us good. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anyone here would begrudge that, because as I've said in the post today, the video. See that video I did this morning, man, and that took me over 2 hours to do, to edit and all that. It was getting stressed at times because I've been doing courses learning how to do it, but at the end of the day, I just use iMovie because the software on Windows is just so complicated. No, I was told that Danny Rowe, first few days at Ibrox, he talked to Thelwell, and he said, I don't know who the player is. He said, look, I really, really want you to get this player in January. I know he'll come. I've no position he is, what position he is, or what his name is, or where he's from. But apparently Thelwell just totally arrogantly was like, nah. You know what I mean? And that isn't nice. I'll put the comments on. So you can all see them. You can all see them anyway, the comments, can't you? I don't need to do this one, actually. You can all see the comments. Listen, see if Ken comes back. How embarrassing is that for Rangers? There's no way. I loved Ryan Kent. He's at Rangers, but he's not been able to keep a team since. So why should we be? Let's just take Ryan Kent back. We're not no, absolutely not. And there's no way Kavanagh would allow that anyway. There's no way Kavanagh would allow that. And it's a shame what's happened to him, because that was a great football player. We saw some of the games he played. He was outstanding. And he get a bit of a hard time off the Rangers fans. You can see his last his last season, when he got the ball, we had a crap team, as you know. Anytime he got the ball, there was 3 players around him, and he was another one similar to Dessers, as in his head never went down. He always tried, but I don't know what it is. Some players he's just lost his mojo, you know. Add to stage. There she is. There's wee Stace.
Hello.
How you doing?
Aye, all right.
How are you? How are you?
Aye, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just at my wee garden doing this, just trying something different.
Aye, it looks good.
You know, it's nice. Can you hear the music in the background?
No, you can't hear it.
Because I think the Soy and Thai's street, because it's all cul-de-sacs. There's people every night. They're just out in the garden playing their Thai music, you know. And I find it extremely pleasant. It's nice, you know. And
relaxing.
I've got the jungle noises. It is, and I've got the jungle noises as well. You know, the animals giving it. Right, Stacey, Ryan Kent, absolutely no.
I loved him when he was here, but he was too hit and a miss. Do you know what I mean? That he was. But the thing is, he can't get back into the UK anyway. He's got a crocodile. They won the game a permit for his crocodile.
Jeez, oh man, you know what I mean? That having a pet crocodile is cruel as hell. I think that's cruel. It's the same. I've just posted a link to my page, my YouTube page, with the monkeys that used to be in my house. Monkeys, see people have got pet monkeys. It's as cruel as hell because they've got to be able to move. No, but anyway, but the thing was that Ryan Kent, if we bring him back, I'd be majorly disappointed because it shows is there nobody else out in there this world? You know what I mean? It's and he can't keep a job. He can't keep a job. You know, and it shows
his attitude's too flippant in it. When he's on it, he's on it, but when he's not, it's a player down, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I've had enough of that.
Yeah. Aye, that's look, David, see here. Look, we talked about this last night, Stace. We don't need a sporting director and all that and soon because there's freelance, there's agents, there's freelance scouts out there. We know how to go and you know, and Cavanagh such as inbox right now will be full of agents pinging them their player. You know, we know who the players are out there, and I think there's a data thing as well that they've got access to that they can go in and see who's available.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is what I was reading on the Twitter that apparently Rowe was given a shortlist for January, and that's played a part in this as well because he's like, absolutely not, I don't want none of them. So I quite believe that, as you've been saying all day, that he was involved in this. He's definitely went to the board and like, no, I can't work with him.
Yeah, and he'll have final the dynamic. The sporting director Jack Gadget and his team will do the same thing, but Rowe will get the final say. I'm not saying he'll have no Charmiti forced on him. You know what I mean? That time, and I feel. Excuse me. I feel there isn't anyway. Kent is not coming back to Rangers. You know.
No, we can't keep going back all the time. You know what I mean? As much as he was a good player in his day, and I mean the 55 season. Come on. He probably won us that on his own half the time, but nah, I think it's.
There's a fantastic picture of him as well when we won at Ibrox to get to the Europa League final. The final whistle goes and he's down in his hands, he's on his hands and his knees, and his tongue's out, and he's just looking around in absolute amazement. I think that's a fantastic picture. That it's only on him for about 2 or 3 seconds, but you know the one I mean. He's just in that absolute world of joy.
It's just that, like, I can't believe this is happening right now.
I know. I hope we get. It's an exciting time for us, but like we said last night, Stace, we need to calm down because it's hard to get players in January because number one, the team's probably playing well and they don't want to disrupt them. And players that we do get are probably fringe players. But the thing is, a fringe player at somewhere else, because I think as well, we need to remember we're in the Scottish Premier League. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you saw that. One of the gentlemen says, we're only allowed one more loan signing. I'd be all right if Danny Rose said, look, go and get him from Bayern Munich. I can get such and such from Bayern Munich. I would trust him somewhere in Germany. I would have no issue with that one.
No, definitely. I think it's another league that we can go into as well. Like, use this experience of Germany because there's a lot of good players there.
Absolutely.
It'd be good to get out with the UK. As much as I would like a couple of Scottish signings.
I think, although Gogic isn't Scottish, I think we can kind of class him in that bracket.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's played in this league. He knows he played. And Eastern European players in that area, they work hard. You know what I mean? It's in their human nature. You're very rarely let down by them. And it's yeah.
No, we've seen many a fringe player come in and do well. I mean, look at, as much as he was the one Rangers player that I could not stand, Connor Golson. He was out the game pretty much, and look what he done for us.
He did all right, aye. He done all right, yeah.
And we miss him.
And we miss him.
As painful as it is to say, aye, because he was, and I hate saying that about a Rangers player, but he's my Tav, if you know what I mean, in terms of...
There's been Rangers players
I love Tav, but Golson was my...
Aye, but Tav's a great ambassador, great for the club, and I'm pretty sure he'll be there next year as a squad player.
Yeah,
and he might hand over the captaincy to somebody else because he's never ill, he's never injured, and again, there's a bigger picture. He can help if we get young players in, he can show them around Glasgow. Say, here's a flat here, here's where you do your shopping. There's my phone number, and I know for a fact he's had Mickey Moore and all that up at his house where his wife's cooking to watch football on a Sunday night. You know what I mean? Just that's the things that we don't see. You know what I mean?
No, we don't hear about that, but. No. You know what? For a fact, if he posted about doing that, then you would have all the look at his showing off brigade. So he can't win, Tavi. Really, to be honest. And it's true what they say. When he's gone, we'll realise
we'll miss him. We'll miss him. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm for that sake, Tav about 3 or 4 times a game, but.
Absolutely, but Saturday.
Aye, exactly.
Saturday we slipped. And the thing is, the boots that they wear, man, why are they slipping? Those boots, maybe our Rangers players don't play, but I know the boots at Messi and all that way. If we were to buy them, they're at 4,000 or 5,000 quid because they're made out of baby skin and they're made to the exact size and stuff like that. Oh no, I agree with Dan here. We've got enough wingers, and the good thing, see the wingers we've got, they can play right across. They can go left or right. Yeah. The thing is, nowadays, you don't need to be a left-footed player to play left wing because there's a cut inside thing. I think it started with Mbappe. You know what I mean? And David Cooper did that as well. David Cooper wasn't always in the left wing, by the way. He played in the right and he played centre mid a few times as well. But yeah, the thing is, if you're a good football player, you should be able to play everywhere just about apart from goals. You know what I mean?
Like Sterling, he's just like, let me in. I'll go anywhere.
I know. I'm looking forward to Thursday night. Well, Friday. The Rangers game's 3:00 Friday morning my time. But I'm looking forward to the game against Falkirk. There's a bit of nerves there because what we've got rid of these 2 clowns, and the last thing you want to do is lose a game right after that because it just that dark cloud appears again in a roundabout way. But yeah. If we just win, yeah, we need that. We need that stace. That's what we need.
Yeah, we need a Barry, we need a Gattuso, like a proper hard man in that midfield. That, I mean, don't get me wrong, the way the league is now, they'll probably get sent off every game, but and about
it. Tav's a good centre half. I mean,
I don't know why we've not utilised him more at centre half because he's had his best games at centre half.
I don't know why he's not right midfield. Since the day he came to Rangers, I've never saw him as a right back. I've saw him as a right mid. But listen to me, Dan. You saw Terry Hurlock. I saw Terry Hurlock wouldn't just be getting red carded. He'd be getting jailed and getting taken down to Govan into the police station up at Belliston Park. But yeah, no. The thing is, the thing is, people say like. Or players like that wouldn't last 2 minutes nowadays. The thing is, they would change their game, and there's one person, Pele. I think's a great. Well, I think Messi's the greatest player ever, but it doesn't matter. People say about Pele. Like, I was growing up with Pele with my dad. They say, but he was playing in those pitches and and this and that. He would adapt to the game nowadays. You know what I mean? It's because these players, they don't need much coaching. You know, I always quote Sir Alex Ferguson. He said once, he says, if I need to tell a player how to play football, what the F are you doing at Manchester United?
Yeah,
that's relevant to every level, from Man United to Rangers to Troon Juniors to Ayr United. There's levels, you know. It's just a lot of it's a psychological thing, you know, just giving the boy confidence, you know.
I think it goes back to that old, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
Aye, there is that, but I think we've maybe been caught out slightly with that this year. Yeah. We've not got enough old ones, because the good enough and we're old enough, I think people use that for that Barcelona 99 team, the Man United team, but that was a perfect storm. That just doesn't happen. You don't get that many good players all come along at one time. And you look at the players, I mean, like Robbie Savage was involved with that lot, but he just wasn't good enough. You know, I mean, all right, Savage wasn't, but still, you know. Aye.
No, definitely. I think, you know, I think if you look at the 55 season, we had our experienced guys in there, and then you had the likes of Kent, Alfie, and I think that is the perfect mix. We definitely need some experience in there, especially for these games like the weekend where it's the low block, and just to get everybody together and like, come on, let's.
Yeah, but the thing is, like somebody said, and this isn't me talking, this is somebody else talking, and I thought they got a point. Excuse me, one second. I complained how the two centre backs were too close together. That might have been by design, because Danny Rowe read that the only way when they break, that boy runs through the middle. So smother him. You know, and see, when you actually look at it, all right, he managed to brush them off and score. But there was a few other times the two of them were right on him, and they stopped him. So maybe, you know, that's when these guys like Danny Rowe see stuff that we don't, you know. Although it looked bad, it could go wrong, and it did go wrong. But it was the right thing to do, you know, with the gentleman, whoever it was, or the lady said it. I was like, you got a point there. And I tell you what, see the boy that scored against us for Livy? I would have a look at him. A big, strong boy that can elbow people off. You know what I mean? Is he you know,
what's that guy's name at St Mirren? The striker they've got, a big, tall guy. He's built. It reminds me sort of like a Darshville type.
Aye.
What's his name now? He was a thorn in our side a couple of times.
Aye.
But again, it's whether.
See, I give that a read, Stace. Oh, absolutely. He was a German national coach, assistant, and at Bayern Munich, he knows. And I mean, and he might not know the person personally, but he can phone Bayern Munich and said, "Who have you got kicking about?" You know what I mean? That we can get.
I miss Big Sima. I liked him. And I liked how he did say right away that he would come back to us. Journey was a bit of a hit and a miss, though, wasn't it? Like, you know.
I just can't see Kavanagh and the 49ers bringing back players that were here before, because it looks lazy on their part. You know what I mean?
Maybe one you can maybe say, right, if the stats are there to back it, maybe.
Who's it there? That's you know, it's a difficult one. I'm trying to think. People going to get Morales. No.
I would have Big Balogun back in a heartbeat.
He's too old now, though.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I wish we got him when he was a bit younger, you know.
But he'd been a £20 million player back then. But I know what you mean. Because in Gogic, I see Balogun.
Yeah.
And Carlos Cellular, Davy Weir. I see that. Because I think I read up, he's 32. That's 5 more years of a good level of football if he avoids injury. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at Davy Weir. And that's probably what Gogic is sort of similar to.
Aye. But these guys are flukes. These guys are flukes. It doesn't happen that often. Bassey's now worth about 25, 30 million pound, mate.
You would need to have a whisper at him and say, come on, for old time's sake.
I think more or less, no. As much as I know I love the guy and all that, he's too much baggage. And here's a thing, what some of people might not know, and this is something I know inside out: visas. We're only allowed so many visas. You know what I mean? So, and if we've got American owners, they might be looking at people from the MLS, Mexico, Canada. What's his name? The boy that's injured from Canada, from Marseille, Cornelius. We're only allowed X amount of visas. That's something that people need to remember, because I hark on it. I've got 2 UK passports that are full of visas. I'm doing a visa right now. I'm in the process of doing my retirement visa for Thailand. It's 1,200 bloody quid. But anyway, that's something you need to remember. It's a visa situation. We're only allowed X amount of visas, because we are still a business. We're not an oil company or a sawmill or an accountancy firm, but we're still classed as a business. It doesn't matter that we're sports. We're a football club. So yeah.
Well, that kind of puts on and then the fact that we're only allowed so many more loans as well. I seen that apparently Cortez's loan's getting terminated early, apparently, so he's coming back.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, listen, Dan's got a point here, and I'll keep harking on it until the end of the window. Rangers players, fans need to be prepared. It's no easy to get players in. You know what I mean? If we can get, I would be happy with a centre half, a big strong centre.
Yeah.
Like Gogic and a number 8. The reason is, if we don't get somebody up front, because we're still scoring goals from elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've got this set piece specialist now, you know what I mean? So and Miozvic will hit the ground running, will start. And the fact that he scored for his national team as well proves it's not a goal drought is on, it's just,
He just needs a bit of confidence and a bit more service as well. Like, it reminds me of Dessers a wee bit when he first came. See that when the ball's going to him and it's just bouncing off him and he's just not getting it's not working. He's not getting the luck, but I think he's done good. He's proven in the league.
Exactly. Like George has got a point here. But George, I think Rangers, Mr. Kavanagh knows what the situation, and he'll pay it. He knows he needs to pay it. You know what I mean? As long as it's not stupid. You know what I mean? As long as it's not stupid. But yeah. It will be murder, Thomas. And you're right. I'm glad people are talking about this. But money does talk, but it depends who we're dealing with as well. But I would go and get the boy from Kilmarnock, Stuart, because we can sign him in a pre-contract in the 1st of January. But I would just buy him and get him into Danny Rowe's way, thinking, even if we need to pay silly £1 million for him, just take that one up the you-know-whatsy and take it.
Oh, definitely, because, it'll come back.
Cheers, Mags. Wee Maggie's away. He's away at the puzzle factory. So, cheers. Best of luck.
That's what I was going to run by. I don't know if you've seen my post earlier, Franky. I've noticed over the last couple of weeks that there is a lot of people on the page talking about how they struggle with their mental health. And I don't know, I just came to my last night.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Andrew. Sorry. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah. Well, I'm actually Ben Doak would be a good shooter. Yeah. See this member thing. This is the first time this has happened to me while live. So I'm going onto my I'm going to YouTube to thank him. I don't know how this works. Whoa. Oh, I don't know. I've made a backside of this. I don't know. I'll do it. Thank you very much, George, for subscribing. That's giving me a shivers. That's great. No, there's an ex-forces charity called Who Dares Who Cares, and it's set up by 2 lads. One's ex-SAS and one's another army. One's a Rangers fan, one's a Celtic fan. So I've been on the phone to them, and we're going to do a podcast about it, talking about football and mental health. Because me being ex-forces guy. Yeah. It's not just because I'm ex-forces. Being Rangers fans, we've all got respect for the lads and lasses itself, So yeah, and to get an ex-SAS guy on would be pretty bloody, that's a big deal,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, even for to do get a couple of people on and talk about their experiences in that, wee bit of you're not.
No, I think Dave King is just a fan now. Just a fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure if Mr. Kavanagh lifted the phone to him, he would answer. But yeah, But the thing is, the mental health one, I wouldn't do it live. It'd be recorded because just in case there's something we need to edit something out, and that would go to my YouTube, which would then be I would link to thingy. And I've got other few podcasts lined up. Non-football. There's one's going to be a belter, but I don't know if you're a clubber or that. I've got John Mancini from Colours. He's going to come on and chat to me. Me and John got on well.
Yeah, so I'm on a Beefer Raver. I go every year.
Oh, I know John well. Like, John's going to come on. Believe it, right? He's a die-hard Celtic fan. I've had information off him for Rangers before as well. By the way, that it's been legit. Like, and John's a good guy. I call him greeting face, but yeah. John will be good because he's good. And the thing is, the interesting thing about old greeting face John is he's actually completely teetotal, doesn't do drugs, doesn't drink. He's ran the New York Marathon and all that. So you would think for a guy that's in that, because I know Ricky that owns Colours as well. Not that he does anything dodgy, but I've been in the offices at Colours and all that, and I know exactly what happens if you know.
Yeah, most people are.
Oh, there we go. There's a nice thing. I love reading this kind of stuff.
Oh, I seen a video of a wee boy running up to Diomande and just giving him a big cuddle, and he lifted him up.
Did Diomande lift him up?
He lifted him up and gave him a cuddle and was talking to him, and I thought, oh, do you know what? I love that stuff. Just like the wee boy for Raskin's goal. Mind you, it was on. I love that stuff.
I remember Morales. Remember there was a wee guy. There was a young boy. I think he had the breathing stuff and all that on. He was obviously pretty unwell, and he was to walk out. Morales just went straight to his dad and carried him out onto the pitch. You know what I mean? And obviously his dad gave him the thumbs up. But it was these things matter. I tell you, because I'm from Dumbreck, right? And I used to go to Bellahouston Academy just along from Ibrox, right? And at lunchtime, we used to go down and get the autographs. And I think I've only got 3 autographs. One's Sevi Ballesteros and one is Ali's, right? But I remember Ali came out the main stand and he had, the rat tail thing, that little thing that people used to grow in the 80s. And he was smoking. Ali had a fag in his hand.
I love it.
Aye. Absolutely, mental health's a big thing. You know what I mean? And I am not in any way or form saying I've got mental health problems, but I don't want to go down the COVID rabbit hole. But during COVID, right, my uncle Colin, the flat that I just sold, I inherited it off him. He died of COVID in 17 days, horrifically. My mum died of cancer during COVID. We get 3 weeks warning she died, and I didn't see the wife and kids for 2.5 years because of COVID. Yeah. But you know what? You just shrug your shoulders and go, oh, mate, see you later on. In my little this street here, this cul-de-sac, there'll be a family come round with a motorbike, a sidecar. The mum, the dad, and the son's maybe 2 or 3 years old. He's got a miner's headlamp on. He'll be going through all the bins. You know what I mean? So when you have a bad day, man, you know what I mean? See the worst day that we have. There's people around the world would love our worst day, and that's the way I function. That's the way I function.
No, definitely. COVID was what brought it on for a lot of people. We've seen myself, like, it just, I think it's having that time in it, like, not being able to do anything. It just.
I know. Right, see, right. Thomas, do you know something, mate? I'm going to disagree with you. See what I've just told you about the problems that happened during COVID. Do you know, you should have seen the comments I got off Celtic fans. They were fantastic. They were real nice. And it was I'm a Celtic fan. But I'm sorry about your predicament. I wasn't moaning because my uncle died of COVID right at the start, so I did a commentary on it on YouTube, not YouTube, Twitter, just to show people what happened. And he went in 17 days, right? And I don't want to get into an argument with COVID, because COVID for me, if we knew about isolation and all that, my uncle Colin would be golfing today. That's where COVID starts and ends with me. You know what I mean? So we'll leave it at that. I don't want to get into the arguments about the injections and that. But anyway, and listen, see this. I can't thank you enough for subscribing, man. It's quite humbling, but yeah. There is a lot of people, Celtic fans. At the end of the day, right? And I know there might be 1 or 2 people disagree with us. We're not that different. You know what I mean? We both love our football teams, not we both. Because listen, we hate Celtic, but you don't hate a Celtic fan. You know, and I'm.
Some of my best mates are Celtic fans.
with. I know I have. Was that did my Wi-Fi back?
Aye, you're back.
No, and I serve with Celtic fans. You know what I mean? Hardship. You know, like that. Dan, you see it in Pattaya. You know what I mean? You see some horrible things. You know what I mean? Like we live in it's not a posh area, but it's working class. If I go down to the left, there's 10 huts, corrugated iron that people live in. You know what I mean? And it's tough to see. No, I know. And when I flew, my last trip offshore was Norwich, so I flew up from London City Airport, and I think I had about 3 hours before the flight. So I went into West. There's a huge shopping mall there, West something or other, and there was a guy at the door, ex-vet, and I had a £20 Scottish pound note, and I just took it out and I gave it to him. I didn't stop and talk to him. I just gave, there you go, mate, obviously, and I had my earphones in. I didn't have the bottle to sit and talk to him, but I gave him that 20 quid. And my view is, see if he goes and spends it in heroin. If that's what gets him out of the pain and out of the misery for 3-4 hours, that's up to him.
Yeah.
That's up to him, you know. But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, most of my mates are actually Celtic fans, and you know, it's 90 minutes. Like, it was only this year that we watched a game together, put it that way. And it went well, because we won.
I can't. I've got to watch it with Rangers fans.
Well, I'm going to Australia next month to see my best friend and my niece. It was in that picture I put up yesterday.
That's at Westfield, yeah.
And she has never watched it with a Rangers fan either. So it could be that I'll be outside in the Wayne's tent on the 3rd.
But that's family. That's a bit different. But so where in Aussie are you going?
Perth.
Are you what route are you going?
I'm going for Heathrow, just straight over.
Direct, yeah. Get yourself some Zimmers. Knock yourself out, man. You know,
the last time I done it, I never slept the whole flight because I just couldn't sleep. But this year I'm going to have a couple of tablets with me, I think.
I think so. I'm sure we know how to get it. And here's a bit of advice: wait till the plane's wheels are up and you're flying. Because I tell you what, there was one time I was flying from Bangkok to Dubai. I got on the plane. It had the pushback, so I got two Xanax. And then it stopped and come back forwards, and it had broken down. And I had 4 hours to the next flight, man. I was walking around Bangkok airport with Red Bull like this, like you know what I mean? But,
yeah. The first time I went over, I went via Dubai, and the Emirates flight. It was quite good, but I don't know if it was. I love Emirates. I was a woman traveling alone, but it seemed to be every checkpoint I was getting drug swapped. I'm like, did I just have one of their faces?
No, but do you know what? At the end of the day, the reason you might get stopped after time because they know you don't have, but they've got to fill their timesheet in. They've maybe see you doing stuff. Don't worry about it. I mean, you're not. It's Okay, I'm not going to say that, but I know a lot of people. What a lot of people do is they have two different wallets, one for Saturday nights and one for traveling. We'll leave it at that, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Right, you take it easy, Georgie boy. Thanks for your input. Thanks for everyone's input. Yeah. So, did you read your meetings?
Yeah,
your minutes of your meeting yesterday. All right?
It was not in there. I was just talking about Christmas stuff and things leading up to Christmas. So, it wasn't anything major. Thank God. Right.
Aye. The thing is, I'm sure you know if it was a serious meeting, you wouldn't. Watching that telly, you know what I mean? Aye, and that's the same with me when I'm at work. Like, we're not allowed our phones outside on a rig in case it causes a fire, and I don't want it out there in case I drop it in the water. You know what I mean? There's that as well. But if there's a big game on, you've obviously got a broadcast on a ship, on a vessel. You soon know if somebody's winning. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get up, you dirty. You know, it can be quite funny.
Aye, like that in my place. If we're in the office, it's.
Aye, and the live score app's fantastic for us. You know what I mean. And the thing is, on oil rigs, especially in the North Sea, most of them have got Sky, the full Sky package. And normally the offices, it's not just your room. You've got a big TV room, cinema, and most of the offices, it's easy to find out as well. You know, so you just phone the office. What's the score? 3-1. The thing is, when people phone me, I would normally lie.
Wind them up so you got beaten that. And
Aye. Thank you. What's this? Do you think November's a long month? I'm not being funny, but it's 30 days, isn't it? I actually
it
don't
is
really know.
dragging in right enough.
It is. But the thing is, it'll fly in now. The international break it's been a weird month, isn't it? You know, Scotland qualifying, which was fantastic. And I'm pretty sure Danny Roll will use that as inspiration.
Oh,
you know, I'm using it as inspiration. I'm using it for inspiration because that game the other night for Scotland was a Hollywood. That was a net. Steven Spielberg couldn't have written that more. You know, I mean, that was 3 amazing goals. You know, and you know, so Stace, I think we can win this league. I genuinely do.
I mean, I've been joking saying keep on believing for a few weeks now, but I'm actually starting to believe it, like 100%.
And I think as well, the reason they've got rid of them too is because they believe it as well. The owners think, wait a minute, Danny's doing the right thing here. If we give him a couple more players, because if we get more than 3 players in January, I'd be surprised. You know, just because it's January.
Just because it's January, yeah. But
aye. But
I think
it'll be
interesting to see what the thing is with like young Curtis and the Cameron and everything, just to see what, you know. I seen your theory earlier about what somebody said to you about playing them, and do you know what
I know these kids are good. These are shite, and I'm proving it to you. You know, I tell you now. We've said this. I'm not going to say the European game we can judge it on because Europe's not a priority. There might be French players. The Falkirk game it'll be very interesting to see who starts that game.
I just thought it was kind of funny how all of a sudden we had Barami on last week, and you know, but he hadn't been getting a look.
Oh, it's frozen. Is my Wi-Fi gone? Oh, you're there. Sorry, because I've got 2 Wi-Fi's in Thailand. They always give you 2, and it jumps between the 2 of them. Hang on a minute. Give me a second. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Mm-hmm. I've got a story about Shug Burns, right? Right. There was a punch up in his pub, right? Somebody get glassed or something like that. Terrible. Right. So the police came, right? And his wife come round or whatever it was. And I shouldn't really tell this, but I'm too far down the road now. His wife came in and all that. You know, the police came and all that. And they pressed play in the CCTV, right? They pressed play. They saw the fight. Then they saw afterwards Hugh Burns bonking one of the barmaids. His wife did like that. And CCTV.
Camera placement is everything.
Aye. The thing about Hugh Burns, like, I mean, he lived in the country. He doesn't like me at all, because the thing is, back when Hugh Burns were playing in that, there's players from that era are now superstars. He was crap. It was absolutely garbage. I mean, he owned coffee shops and that, and he was a real nasty little turd, to be honest with you. Like, my mum couldn't stand him. You know what I mean? He was really rude to his staff and all that. And anyway, I don't want to go down that road. That's slating. At the end of the day, he lived our dreams, Stacey. He played for the Rangers, and he's a Rangers man. But anyway, aye. Right, I'm not sure what that means.
I think he's a Celtic fan.
Oh, right, right, okay. I don't know much about what's going on at Celtic, but the one thing I do know, Anthony, is that the coach are going from the MLS. As a Rangers fans, we learned a hard lesson with Ange. We said, "Who the hell's this?" Mm-hmm. So I'm, you know, you never know. And I think he's won MLS Coach of the Season, and that's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Celtic. But it's just, and Anthony, see from a Rangers point of view, what's annoyed me more than anything, you lot are not playing too well. You've got a bit of discontent off the pitch, and we're not taking advantage of that. And I'm pretty sure, as a Celtic fan, you will thank F that they have us as in Rangers have made a back side of it.
Yeah.
You know, here we go. I'm just. There we go. Yeah.
One thing I will say to Anthony though is that thing with the AGM, that was never going to go to fan questions. That was definitely set up for that to be.
Aye. I mean, I don't, and I'm not just saying that thing with Shug. That was, apparently, it was a belter, like you know, you know what I mean. There's a
Oh,
glass
are
in
you watching?
but, um, but, um, but the thing is with the Celtic AGM, I mean, listen, they're just doing what they're doing. They love their football club. They don't think it's been run properly. So, and again, begrudgingly, you've got fair play. They've made a stance. You know, it was coordinated, and you know, like I say, when I'm on here, as much as I dislike Celtic, we've got to be a wee bit honest at times. You know, I mean, we can't just say Celtic are shite or Celtic this, Celtic that. I don't want to talk about them too much because it's a Rangers page, but at the same times, right at this moment in time, we've got to talk about Hearts. We've got to talk about Celtic as well. And at the end of the day, Hibs are still kicking about as well.
I know, that's what Max was saying yesterday. Who do you actually want to win at that game?
Oh no, Hibs, the end. You know, because of Rangers. If Rangers were still far behind, it would have been Hearts. The reason is now because I think Rangers can win the league. Because one of my best mates, I've known Tyson for years. Anyway, any Edinburgh bear will probably know who Tyson is. Tyson's a great guy. And he's had a wee bit of a rough year. He won't mind me saying that, but we'll leave it at that. And when they beat Hibs the other week, I messaged them right away. And he actually sent me a voice message from the pub. Yeah! You know what I mean? And let's be honest, it would have been good for Scottish football if Hearts win it, and they still could. Let's not count them out yet. You know.
No, I don't. I mean, you said it yourself, Franky. Like, there's going to be losses yet. I mean, we've still got to go away to Kelly, and you know how much that's a thorn on our side.
Who played tonight? Sorry. Hang on, I better check.
I think.
Oh, hang on a minute. Give me a second. It's from the bank. I've got to check this.
It is. It's Motherwell and Hibs tonight.
All right. I've got a pop up from the bank, and they don't normally send me stuff. I bet it's somebody trying.
No, I hope it's not in Dodge.
What? Somebody just tried to take £772 out of my bank.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh. Can I log off here? Right, I need to go and deal with this. This is pretty fucking serious, all right? Okay, I'll speak to you all later, right?
Right, speak to you later. I hope everything's all right.
Cheers. That's not normal. That's not... right, yeah.
No, it's not.
Cheers. Hang on, I need to cancel this stream.